Welcome back to Bulgaria and welcome back to Bdin Vidin in our Football Manager 24 Build a Nation save. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of our Build a Nation save here in Bulgaria. As the manager of Bdin Vidin, we have reached 2/3 of the way through the current season. Of course, last time you were here we were taking on Newcastle in the Champions League. So we're here to have a look at how we have gotten in the Champions League, see if we can progress past the league phase again. So we're going to get into that. There's a couple of signings to go over as well. Of course, we'll start there and then we'll jump into the highlights. So guys, as we said, we're going to have a quick look at the winter signings. There's been a couple, most of them are sort of peripheral figures. They basically brought in for the loan farm. Matthias Perez, Mancuso Hildebrandt brought in for the loan farm. There's a couple of first team players in there though, which I have signed. The first of which is Fernando Beron. He is an absolutely fantastic. He's listed as an attacking midfielder, but he's actually come in as a striker for us. He's the new advanced forward for us, and he's very, very good. His personality does let him down. He's fickle, which is a little bit disappointing. He also doesn't like big matches, but he still has a lot of potential that he could potentially hit, hopefully. 2 goals in 1 appearance for us so far, though, which is obviously fantastic. £4.6 million from Boca Juniors. And the next one is Marcus Vinicius. He is the new complete forward. You know, we're looking to move on from our 2 Danes up top, Prisk and Verhunig. Vinicius, new record signing, £12.75 million from SPO. I think that's Sao Paulo. Fantastic player, fantastic player. Unfortunately, he's another one who's fickle, which is not great, is it really? But yeah, he's come in, and hopefully the 2 strikers can combine well together and hit the ground running. In terms of outs, I did allude to it at the start of the season that if we got the offer for Philip Verhunig, we would move him on, and that offer did come in from Shabab Al Ahly, and it was 11.25 million. And I was more than happy to let Philip go for that amount of money. We got him on a free transfer. He's been a good player for us the 4 years that he's been here, or 3.5 years he's been here. But we brought the money in for him, and that offset the money that we've spent on Marcus Vinicius. So guys, we'll start off with how the league has gone since you were last with us, and of course. The last league game we did take on was the 3-1 win over CSK, but the first game after the defeat to Newcastle was a nice 2-0 win at home against Ita. It was Samuel and Andrea Sol with the goals. Next up, another nice, comfortable home win, this time at the expense of Septemvri Sofia. August Prisk, Philip Verhunig and James Ali Marungu with the goals. Luis Dylan Parmajobo did get one for Septemvri for Sofia. They've also missed a penalty. CSK 1948 next up, and it was another 4-1 win, this time against our bogey team, really. CSK 1948 are a team who we've struggled against quite a bit, but we started off with an own goal in the 2nd minute, which was obviously very, very pleasing to see. But August Priest, Samuel and Albert Arnaud with the other goals for Bdin. Unfortunately, we did lose to Ludogorets, and it was Runa Norheim with the only goal of the game. We've not registered a shot on target, which is very, very, very disappointing. Did get back to winning ways next time out, though, against Ardakar Jali, Baba Campore, Samuel and Timo Mas with the goals. We did concede a late goal, but the game was already won by that point. 4-1 win at home against Bero Staria Segura. Klimis Sirikos, Philip Verhunig, Tabi Mbaga and Christoph Adanik. All the goals for us coming in the first half. We did concede another very, very late goal, but second game in a row, Tabi Mbaga has picked up the man of the match performance. Next time out was a 3-0 win over Spartak Varna. August Prisk with a double and Tonino Guerrero with the other one. A 2-0 away win against Lokomotiv Sofia. Christoph Danik with both of the goals. A 3-1 home defeat, though, against Levski Sofia. Very, very disappointing. Cordoba, Marquez and Robert with the goals for Levski. Eduard Palmer with the only goal for us. After the winter break, it was a 2-0 win away to Lokomotiv Plovdiv. It was Marcus Vinicius and August Prisk with the goals. And then finally, we've got a 3-0 victory over Cherno Morvana, Albert Arnaud and Fernando Beron with the goals. Right, so just a quick update now that we've had a quick look at how we've got on in the league, of how the league is going. We currently find ourselves in 2nd position. We are 4 points behind Ludogorets, but as you can see, we do have 2 games in hand. So we could potentially move to 2 points clear of Ludogorets. If we do win those 2 games in hand, it's been another good season from a Bdin point of view. We're still not seeing any of our players in the top scorers, which is concerning. We're not even in the average rating, assists. The only player we've got in there is August Prisk with man of the match. It is a little bit concerning, if I'm perfectly honest. But you know, as long as we're winning, it's not a problem. Right, so going through how the Champions League went, and of course, after that defeat to Newcastle, the next game was at home to Feyenoord, and it was a nice 2-0 win in this one. Philip Verhoenig, after Santiago Jimenez had given Feyenoord the lead, but Philip Verhoenig and then Dario in the 91st minute to secure all 3 points for Bdin. A very, very good performance from a couple of the players, particularly down the spine of the team. We played very, very well. The 2 wingers have not really done it for us in this game. Dugandzic and Sirikos, not great performances. Feyenoord had more shots than us. You know, we've had more on target. They've had more of the ball, which is quite rare as well. But it's a good win over Feyenoord. Next up, though, away to Sevilla, and a 2-1 win for them. Pepe and Samuel Palazzo with the goals. Lima did equalise for us in the 83rd minute, but that goal from Palazzo in the 89th minute did condemn us to defeat. It was quite an even game again. I was expecting to be quite difficult away to Sevilla, but you know, it worked out in the end. Unfortunately, we didn't quite do enough to earn a point. Did pick up 3 points against Napoli though, and it was a Philip Verhoenig hat-trick which saw us take the victory. There was 3 goals inside the first 9 minutes in this game, 4 inside the first 13 minutes. It was absolutely frantic. Florian Wirtz did give Napoli the league. Philip Verhoenig then scored 2 on 6 and 9. Sirikos made it 3-1 in the 13th minute. We then had to wait till the 50th minute for the next goal, which came from Baldanzi, before Philip Verhoenig secured the victory from the penalty spot in the 83rd minute to wrap up his hat-trick. It was a good performance, and I'm quite pleased to beat Napoli. And we backed that win up with a win against RB Salzburg. It was Dario in the 1st minute, Thomas Faustner in the 32nd minute, and then Agassi McNulty in the 38th. After he'd missed the penalty, he did get the rebound, which is why the penalty miss and the goal are both in the same minute. It was another good performance, and of course we've seen a couple of seasons ago now how we've got on against RB Salzburg. The difference that the team, you know, the difference in the team, they stuffed us over 2 legs not too many seasons ago, and we've just improved our squad, and it's showing that we've picked up the 2-1 win. This was disappointing though, against Marseille. Vitinha, Undai, Masengo and Milo with the goals for Marseille. They were 3-0 up at half time. Christoph Danik with a late goal for us. We've had a poor game, a very, very poor game. You can see just how tired we are as a team as well. A lot of football with the Champions League and the league as well. Of course, Marseille have the same, but in terms of squads, theirs is probably much bigger than ours. Yeah, although I haven't actually made a substitution, which that's on me. But I thought, you know, the game's gone already. I might just, you know, save some of the fringe players and play them in the next game in the league. Huge win though against Atleti Madrid. Subic with 2, Marcus Vinicius with the other one. That was after Coop Miners did get the equaliser in the first half for Atleti. And then Subic had a fantastic game. They were the better team. We've just we've put the ball in the back of the net more than they have. Simple as that. And it was a good 3 points to pick up. And at this stage we were already qualified, so we decided not to come back for the last game of the league phase, and we went to Milan, the San Siro, and picked up a 1-1 draw. We were actually in the lead for a vast majority of the game through Albert Arnaud, but Alexis Adoa did get a 79th minute equaliser for Milan. Don't get me wrong, they absolutely battered us, but it's a good point away in Italy. And in terms of where we finished in the league phase, it was a 14th position finish, which is very, very good. I'm quite pleased with that. Just behind Milan. 13 points though. Like I said, we were already qualified. Atleti Madrid have only just creeped in. There's some big teams who have missed out, including Newcastle, who we did lose to on opening day of the league phase. RB Salzburg have missed out. Feyenoord. It's been tough to get to where we are, but again, we've qualified for the knockout rounds of the Champions League, which is fantastic. Right, guys, because we've qualified for the next stage of the draw, we do have the of the Champions League. We do have the draw for the knockout round, which is hosted by Fernando Torres. The first team out is Atletico Madrid. They are drawn at home to Liverpool. We're actually a seeded team this time around, so we get our first leg away from home. But the next team out is Sevilla. Sevilla are at home to Real Madrid. Old Spanish tie there. Real Madrid in the knockout playoff, which is quite rare to see. Real Madrid, of course. Roma next out are going to be drawn against Man City. You probably fancy Man City to win that one, wouldn't you? Anyway, next out at home for the first leg is going to be Marseille, the French team. And they are taking on Milan. So first leg in Marseille, second leg at the San Siro. Next out we have Galatasaray, Turkish team. Of course, we're chasing down Turkey in the coefficients of this season. Hopefully they get a difficult tie. And they've got Benfica. That's probably quite even, to be fair. Next out by Fernando Torres is Olympiacos. This is probably one that we would like. But Olympiacos get Barcelona. So unfortunately that's looks like an easy win there for Barcelona. Of course, it's Champions League football. Nothing is easy. PSV Eindhoven next out. Match number 7. They are drawn at home to FC Porto of Portugal. It leaves just 2 teams, and that is Ajax. Of course, Ajax will be facing off against little old Bdin. Right, guys, here we are. UEFA Champions League knockout playoff round. 2 legs against Ajax. Let's hope we can go and do the country of Bulgaria proud. And we're going to do it with this lineup. It gives us a proper opportunity to meet some of the proper players as well. As you can see, I haven't set the lineup up before we started. We've got some suspensions. Ariel's going to have to move to the left wing back. In terms of the central defence, we're going to bring David Martican in there. Right wing back, hopefully Lima's back. Lima's got a slight injury. 6 days, he's a little bit too far away. We're going to have to go with Toninho Guerrero, which leaves us again short a little bit. Centre back Garcia McNulty is going to have to step in. And then as the half back, we've got one of the summer signings in Zaoui coming in. But in terms of the new players, I'll just quickly pick the bench. I'll let the assistant do it. So we're sorted. In terms of the new players in the winter, proper meat of them. Obviously the big signing, the record transfer for Bdin now is Marcus Vinicius, who's coming from SPO. Do you know what? Today we've had the winter update for the transfers, and it looks like it's removed my real name fix. So I couldn't tell you who SPO. Sao Paulo possibly. I'll get that real name fixed in time for future episodes. But Marcus Vinicius, the new man to replace Verhoenig, comes in. I think he's an absolutely fantastic player. Still only 24 as well, so we've got plenty of years left in him yet. Hopefully he's going to do the business for us. So line up today, a little bit mismatched with some of the suspensions we've got going on, but it's Adam Papp, Garcia McNulty, Martican and Rengel as the back 4. Zaoui is the half back for today. Toninho Guerrero moves out to the right wing back. Ariel moves out to the left wing back. Arno and Dario, and then Prisk and Marcus Vinicius. There was interest in August Prisk as well. A little bit like Verhoenig. If I can get 10 million for him, I'll probably let him go, to be honest. But 30 and 67 appearances for Bdin is not too bad. Anyway, away in the Netherlands against Ajax. Let's go and get to the round of 16, guys. Right, 15 minutes in, guys. It's been an encouraging start by Bdin. And we do get the first highlight. It's Arno with the ball, feeds it into Ariel, standing at left full-back today. Of course, wing-back, of course. Ariel goes on his right foot. It's ricocheted around to find Marcus Vinicius, who gets his 3rd goal for Bdin. And we take the lead at the Johan Cruyff Arena. It's good work on the left-hand side by Arno and Ariel. Ariel's shot on his weaker right foot deflects off Hato, I think, into the path of Marcus Vinicius, who's just got an open net to tap into. And this could possibly be the response from Ajax, though Arno's done really well to cut that out. Finds Ariel. Now Zaoui into Arno again. Dario, a little bit of open grass ahead of him. Finds Arno again. Arno back to Dario. Dario's got Toninho Guerrero outside of him. Can he have the... Oh, Toninho Guerrero with an absolute screamer into the top corner. And it's Bdin 2, Ajax 0. And that is the way it stays until half-time, guys. It's a do you know what? It's a bloody good performance from a Bdin point of view. Particularly against a team like Ajax. You know, we're still Bdin. We're still not fantastic compared to a lot of these European teams. But we're 2-0 up at half-time at the Johan Cruyff Arena. An hour on the clock, and this could be Ajax starting to wake up a bit and get something out the game. It's Hato into Voss. Voss with the ball forward. It's a nice touch round past the defender, and Gabriel Mishoyi does get one back for Ajax. It's not the best defending, let's be honest, but it is a really, really good touch around the corner from the goal scorer there. The ball into him. Nice little bit of movement. Good touch round the corner. Not sure which defender it was. It's Rengel. And it's a good finish past Adam Papp. So 2-1, still all to play for, but you know, we're still the better team here. Ajax are getting better in the second. Oh my God, they've got another one. It took them 4 minutes to draw level, guys. That's probably a mistake on Adam Papp's fault there. He's come to claim that one, and he's not got there, which is it's rare to see a mistake from Papp. He's such a good goalkeeper. And we've gone from leading 2-0, guys, to back to 2-2. And that's not particularly great, is it, when you think about it? And it could get even worse. Ajax could turn this game right on its head and make it 3-2. Of course, we still do have to go back to Bulgaria, but historically, looking at the start of this season, we've actually done better away from home. It's Mishoyi to take the free kick. It's a good one. It's bent just past the post, though. Didn't quite get enough whip on it from his point of view. But Papp finds Garcia McNulty to Rengel. Out wide to the left, and Ariel advancing. Long ball forward, looking for Marcus Vinicius. The Brazilian's in behind here. Can he get his second goal of the game? It's well blocked by the defender, but Ariel is going to pick up the ball. Gets it back into Marcus Vinicius. Back to Ariel. Across for Toninho Guerrero to... Oh my God, what a save by the goalkeeper. To deny Toninho Guerrero his second goal of the game. Hopefully this is Bdin now realising they've thrown away a 2-goal lead, and it's Toninho Guerrero to Garcia McNulty. Guerrero again. Garcia McNulty comes inside to Zaoui. Zaoui's gone all the way back to Adam Papp. Gives it to Garcia McNulty. Forward into Prisk. Prisk has got Toninho Guerrero ahead of him. It's a poor touch though by Toninho Guerrero. And the Ajax defenders get the ball back off him, but Danilo plays it out to the right-hand side, and Bonida's just absolutely left Ariel behind, and he's still going here. He's got past Rengel as well, ball into the box, and Mahui should really be making that 3-2 to Ajax. I think it's really poor defending from Ariel's point of view there. But into the final 10 minutes, it is still 2-2. Would still be a good result from a Bdin point of view, really, with them to come back to Bulgaria. We've missed that free kick highlight, but we have got a corner from it to be taken by Dario. Plays it short to Arnaud, gets it back. Good cross towards the back post. The goalkeeper, it's easy for the goalkeeper though. There's nobody there really. We'd all come sort of shorter than that. Into the final couple of minutes though, and it looks like it's going to be honours even at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Hopefully in the second leg we can do the business. It's really disappointing to throw away a 2-goal lead, but Ajax, give them credit, they did come back out in the second half and made a real go of it. Ariel's picked up the man of the match performance. He was very, very good going forward, wasn't he? So guys, we'll obviously come back and do the second leg. I do have the small matter of Cherno Morvana to come to the Georgi Benkovsky Stadium in between. So I'm going to go away now, take that game on, and then hopefully we can make it a season to remember at the Georgi Benkovsky. Of course, we move into our new stadium for next season, but hopefully we can do the business against Ajax. So I'll catch up with you guys again in just a minute. Right guys, welcome back to the second leg. Just quickly in between, we did have Cherno Morvana. It was a nice, comfortable 3-0 victory for Bdin. Albert Arnaud got us underway, and then another one of our new signings, of course, we've met him, is Fernando Beron. He got the double. We'll just have a closer look at Fernando. I think he's an absolutely fantastic player again. Naturally, he's an attacking midfielder, but we are training him to be that advanced forward. I think he's got all the attributes to be a very, very good advanced forward for years to come. For us, £4.6 million signing from Boca Juniors. Now, I did look at my real name fix as well, guys, and it only seems to have affected the Brazilian clubs. So I might just leave it. Of course, we're not going to come up against Brazilian clubs too many times other than when we sign players from them. So I've still got Napoli and Roma and whatever. They've all still got their real name fixes. So I might just leave it. But let's get into the second leg, of course. A couple of changes to the lineup. We do have Ali Marungu and Lima back. Subic was back as well from his suspension, but he's just picked up the flu, so he's out as for this game as well. So it's going to be Papp, Toninho Guerrero, Martkan and Rengel. It's the back four. Lima back in. Ali Marungu still, you know, wanted by big teams. South Saudi Arabian teams as well, of course. Arsenal, £30 million they got up to in the summer, but we're obviously going to try and keep hold of him. Danik comes in, £60,000. What a signing Danik has been. 34 goals and 79 appearances from midfield. Baba Campoore comes in to the centre of midfield today. Again, the 21-year-old Burkina Faso player. I don't know what it is if you're from Burkina Faso. What's it called? He comes into today as the Mezzala. It's a position I think that he's particularly good in. He's passing his first touch. He's got excellent passing and first touch. He's really, really good. He still does have some potential to fill as well. Spent last season at Botov Plovdiv on loan, where it didn't really work out too well for him, but he's sort of back now to develop for us. I believe he's also now homegrown as well, which does help. And then up front, Marcus Vinicius and Prisk just swapped positions for today. We actually brought Marcus in as the complete forward to play alongside Beron instead of Prisk. In fact, you know what? That's what we're going to go with. This is what I've envisioned as my my striking partnership going forward. So that's what we're going to go with. So as we come out onto the pitch in a very snowy Bulgaria, of course it's that time of year. Hopefully the Dutch boys don't like it too much. The Portuguese didn't last season, did they? They didn't like coming here in the snow. It's 0 degrees. It's almost capacity in terms of European football as well at 9,000. But the first highlight is for Ajax. We've got a white ball on a snowy pitch again. Well done, Football Manager. That's cut out by Ali Marungu, though, to Beron. Now Rengel. Rengel feeds it to Danik. Danik bringing it forward. Gassing McNulty filling in as left wing-back for today. Rengel again into Martican. Further forward than Ali Marungu, of course, playing that libero role. Goes back to Pap. Now Rengel. Into Ali Marungu. Martican. Back to Pap again. Little triangles here. Ali Marungu, Martican. That's better. We've worked it around nicely there. Tonino Guerrero brings it over halfway. No, he's gone backwards again. But he does get it back from Ali Marungu into that. What the hell was that? What on earth was that? And here's Vink. It's taken Adam Pap to rescue us. No idea what that pass from Tonino Guerrero was. Absolutely shocking. It's Miss Hoy to take the resultant corner. It's gone deep. Pap comes for it. He actually gets there this time around. And just to show you what happens with the libero and Ali Marungu, if we have a look, I'll show you after this highlight, guys. It's Bdin with the ball. It's cleared by the Ajax defender. Rengel into Martican. Danik down the line towards Gassim McNulty. Can he take it past his man? He can. Can he deliver the ball into the box? It's deep towards Marcus Vinicius. He's hit the post. Hit the post. Right. Passing network. What I was saying, of course, you do have the number 4 and the number 27, which is Rengel and Tonino Guerrero. They come wide. But if you have a look at where the average position of Martican and Ali Marungu, it's not quite showing it as well. It showed it better in the last game when I was just playing around having a look. But you'll tend to find that the defensive midfielder, the halfback, is actually much, much deeper than that libero. The libero is normally around about here in the centre circle somewhere for his passing network. That's the kind of thing that the formation does. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with the game. Let's go and knock Ajax out the Champions League. And this could be the opportunity. It's Tonino Guerrero. Can he actually pick a teammate out? He can. But unfortunately, it's backwards towards Pap. Gives it out to the right-hand side and Lima. Lima forward towards Campoore. It's a poor touch. He gets away with it, though. Has the effort, and it's forced to save out of the Ajax goalkeeper from Campoore. And to come across to take the corner is Christoph Danik. Goes short to Campoore. Gets it back. Past his man. Danik inside the area. Back to Gassim McNulty from the edge of the area. Anselmo Gassim McNulty gives Bdin the lead in front of the Bulgarian fans. Right, approaching half-time. Can we double our advantage? It's Tonino Guerrero into Campoore. Forward towards Marcus Vinicius. Comes back to Tonino Guerrero. Inside to Ali Marungu. Martican. For Danik. Danik has got players out on the left. It's a good ball forward to Marcus Vinicius, though, who's put the ball in the back of the net for his 4th goal for the club. It's not going to go to VAR either. It's a great pass forward, and it's a good finish from the Brazilian, who we splashed all of that cash on. Who was it played the ball for? Was it Danik? And you can see what I mean about Martican and Ali Marungu there. Good ball forward from Danik. Marcus Vinicius onside. Calm and collected finish from the record signing. And we go in at the break again against Ajax. 2-0 up. Hopefully this time we can hold on to it. Right, our mark. It's where it happened last game, of course it is, isn't it? And here's Ajax on the ball. It's Mungi coming down the left-hand side. He's left Campoore, I believe, for absolute dust. Pulls the ball back to Voss. Voss into Mishoy, who got the first one last time. He's got the first one again this time. Is this going to be another Bdin collapse against Ajax? Hopefully not. We've made a couple of changes while this highlight was happening, which you obviously can see there. We've brought Kaufman on and Prisk. Kaufman's another one of our summer signings. He was more brought in as a lone farm player, but nobody's offered anything for him yet so far. But Gassimino cuts it out, finds August Prisk with the ball. It's a poor touch from Prisk though, and it's back with the goalkeeper. Vinicius pinches it. Yes, gets it in. Marcus Vinicius, the goalkeeper. What's he done? What's he done? Marcus Vinicius gets his 5th goal in Bdin colours. Shocking from the goalkeeper. Absolutely shocking. This is a Champions League knockout game, and the goalkeeper's doing this. It's just too easy for Marcus. But we've got that 2-goal cushion again, and we're looking to extend that lead going into the final 10 minutes of the game. Put the game well out of Ajax's reach. It's Martkan in the middle, comes back to Adam Papp. Adam Papp feeds it to the right-hand side, and Toninho Guerreiro out to Lima. The two Brazilians linking up. Can we find that third Brazilian in the middle? On a hat-trick, of course. Lima for Marcus Vinicius. It's cut out by Voss, though, but only as far as Martkan. Forward towards Gassing. McNulty again pulls it across. It's deflected off the defender, and it's gone in, and it is 4-1 to Bdin now. It's a divine wrench with the own goal for Ajax, and that makes it 6-3 on aggregate, guys. And that is probably going to be the fat lady singing, if we're honest, in terms of this tie. It's good. It is good play. It's good play from Gassing McNulty as well. It's just unfortunate as far as wrench is concerned. But 4-1 to Bdin, and we could possibly still make it 5-1 in the dying embers of the game. It is Ajax with the ball though. Not that we can see it very well against the snow on the pitch, but it is actually Ajax coming forward. It's Winkler. Winkler's checked, shall we say, by Ali Marungu. We're going to get the VAR decision to determine whether it was a penalty or not. Of course, it was about 10 yards outside the penalty area, so we absolutely don't need the VAR to check this. It was a foul. It was outside the area. Thank you very much, VAR. And Football Manager. This is last throw of the dice from Ajax though, but they're not going to score 3 goals. They come close with 1, but that is probably going to be the end of the game. And indeed it is. That is Bdin travelling through to the next round of the Champions League. And that's another £8.2 million in the bank. It's a great victory in the knockout playoff round. Of course, we got to the last 16 last season. There are still a couple of ties to be played. One other thing I did notice very, very quickly during the transfer window was Barcelona have made a transfer of a certain Emmanuel Adebayor, and just look how good he is now. They paid £96 million for him from Bayern Munich. He's now valued at £200 million on £400,000 a week. He's got 5 and 4 so far for Barcelona, 51 and 76 for Bayern Munich. He's an absolute beast of a player, and we discovered him. And here he is now, one of the world's best players, which is hopefully what we can do again with some of the young kids that we've got going through this squad. Anyway, guys, I am going to let the rest of the Champions League ties play out, and then we're going to do the draw in today's episode rather than what we did last season. We'll do it in this episode, so bear with me, guys, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, guys, here we are, Champions League round of 16 draw. Let's get into it and see who we're going to be drawn against this time around. Hopefully we can get a fairly comfortable draw. It looks like we're an unseeded team this time around, so we potentially first leg at home, and it's against Milan. Of course, we've played Milan in the group stage a couple of times, and they are facing Bayern Munich. That's one hell of a game, that, isn't it? Milan against Bayern Munich. Second game is Man City. Karim Benzema, the ceremony host, I've just noticed. So Man City are against Dortmund. And next up we have Bdin. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Pot 2, potentially of Champions League of 16 opponents. Man United. Of course it is. Of course it's an English team. Let's just advance to the end, guys, and we'll have a look at the draw in full. So Bdin against Man United. Of course, we've played Man United before. They beat us. I really can't remember the score. It was probably a while ago. In terms of significant history, Manchester United have, of course, won the Champions League 3 times. Previous season, they got to the round of 16, as did we. Current league position, we don't have the Premier League loaded, so it hasn't we don't have a thing there for Man United. But with the draw pitting Man United's riches against Bdin's rather more modest budget, a bumper crowd is expected for what will undoubtedly be a fascinating and heart-fought tie, says Luke Fisher from Radio 5 Live. Yeah, Man United, we're probably not going to get past the round of 16 again this season, guys. Unfortunately, it is not too far away. I've got 2 league games and the cup quarter-final before we... It's not showing me when the first leg is. Let me just continue so we can see when the first leg is. I'll sort the training out in a minute. And it's only 1 game away. But it's going to be next episode though, guys. As for this episode, thank you very much as always for watching. We will be back again next episode. It will probably be in about 10 minutes time, my time. Yeah, cheers guys, and I'll see you then.